This story is brought to you by the Digilog ROCORI Business of the Week, Assumption Nursing Home. Assumption has been a proud part of the community for many years, and they have teamed up with Digilog ROCORI to bring you this fantastic story.
Go. How was it?
It tastes like chicken.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Pete Spengler. I'm one of the 7th grade science teachers at ROCORI Middle School, and today we're having a good field experience for a lot of the kids. We took some volunteers, kids that we told wouldn't be getting out of school early today or get out of school. We told them they'd be doing that on their own time, so we had some really good quality volunteers this year, and they're busy planting, I believe, 100 shrubs and trees. They're planting 200 plugs, basically wildflowers and native grasses. And the kids are having a blast. They're working hard. We were a little concerned we would have enough time today, but in a mere 3 hours, we're getting them all on the ground. And as you have a chance to look at it, as one of the people at Assumption Court just noticed that, hey, that's a lot of work. You've got all that planted this morning already, and we have. And the neat thing about this kit is that it gives the kids ownership. And it's a neat project because the kids get their hands dirty, they had a lot of fun, and yet they did something for the community. And I think a lot of times kids this age probably get a bad rap, and it just goes to show that these kids are just like anybody else. They like doing the right thing, and it's been fun.
So when he talks about water quality and that kind of thing, does that make sense to you, or how do you feel about that?
Yeah, it makes sense. Kind of feel that's important because Mr. Spengler was saying before that the water goes to our water fountains in the school.
Tommy! Well, we've had a project down here since 2004 on school property. The part we're planning today is Assumption Court property, and this is basically phase 4 of this. So their older brothers and sisters may have taken part in this, but they've heard about it. We spend time down on the creek. The 8th graders have a big project where they're mapping the creek area. The 7th graders have an adopt a species activity where they take on one species and learn about it, map it in the creek area. And we talk quite a bit about it, that the Brewery Creek here is a great resource for us as a school, but for the greater community. In fact, Cold Spring is involved in this. They're a partner, the City of Cold Spring, Assumption Court, the Stearns County Watershed District. We all realize this is a really important resource because we see it as just a little creek through town, but it's actually our drinking water. During big rain events that we've had this spring, it floods, and there's pressure that forces that water down into the water table, and the water that we're drinking is directly related to that creek water, and that we can sustain a population of brook trout tells you it's a high quality source of water, and we like to keep it that way. I'm very hopeful. I mean, we have things like this happening in the community, along with the new middle school coming in. I think things are in the right direction in the Cold Spring area. I think people are appreciating our natural resources. I think people are appreciating our young folks and what they can do. And basically, they're our future, and so is this. And it's a nice partnership with the community, the city, the kids. Things are going really well in Cold Spring, and I'm happy to be part of it and see it happening in a positive direction.
1, 2, 3!
Trees and shrubs!
I heard an echo.
Well, I live in this neighborhood, and a lot of times we see a lot of dirt and stuff in the water, and we don't get very clean water. And this will help, especially the trees, will help keep the soil in place and not have it erode so much. The stream is getting so eroded that they don't know what to do, but this will help a lot.
Well, I'm Tony Nathy. I'm an independent consultant for Assumption, and this is one of the projects that I've worked on over the last 3 years. And I think the best thing about today is you see the generations of different generations working together to make this restoration project a success. It's part of the Cold Spring Walk and Wheel Trail. The plants were grown in the Minnesota prison system. Plants are brought here. The plants are put in the ground by middle school students, science classes, and it's going to restore the area along Brewery Creek, Cold Spring Creek, so that we can bring back the trout population. So it's all kind of the community working together to get this this whole project to become successful and meld together. The residents from John Paul and Assumption Court are just amazed that this project got done in such a short period of time. They're pleased with the fountain area, they're pleased with the trail. We probably have 200 to 300 people using the trail a week according to our video camera security, and I think it's just been a successful program, and it's just one great benefit for the city of Cold Spring and the surrounding communities.